Hi guys, my name is Bethany Atazadeh and you are coming in on like the 6th, I think, video. Hold up. Yes, the 6th video in my series on how to write and publish your children's book. We're going to be talking about the actual publishing step and all those pesky little details that go into it, like formatting and PDFs and the ISBN number, and how do you actually use the print-on-demand company, specifically CreateSpace. CreateSpace is my personal favorite print-on-demand company, and so this is going to be like a short little tutorial for you guys to show you how to set up your book and actually sell your children's book. You ready? Okay, here we go. The first thing you should probably worry about is actually size, and this is something you might want to take into consideration pretty early on, actually. If you choose to make like a square book, then you're going to want all of your artwork to fit into a square and not be like, I don't know, portrait size or whatever that's called, like a typical photo size. I'll go into that more in detail, and I'll show you in a little bit here the different options on CreateSpace for different sizes. And also, another really cool thing that I'll be showing you in just a little bit is that CreateSpace has different templates, like Word documents, that they created for you, already sized perfectly, so that you don't have to fight with it. Like if you have a regular Word document, you're going to spend forever fighting with CreateSpace to get it just right on the page. That is a massive headache. So if you can, take a template in the size that you want that's already created for you. I mean, I feel really comfortable in Word, and I still struggled, and I was so grateful when I found these templates. So just throwing that out there. And once you figure out what kind of size you want, you need to actually get the words of your story, your text, onto the artwork, the illustrations. And you need to mesh those two things together. Maybe your illustrator did this step for you, and if so, awesome. But if you're creating this book yourself, then this step is up to you. I recommend using a really cool website that I've talked about before called Canva. So for example, my book is a square. So I actually use their Instagram dimensions because Instagram is a perfect square. And that made this really easy for me because I just created a bunch of artwork in that size. Little side note about Canva, they do have an option at the saving bar, or whatever you want to call it, where you can make it a PDF version of, so you could technically create all of your artwork in order with the words on it and download a PDF of all of that if it's smaller than 30 pages. But for whatever reason, CreateSpace doesn't really jive with that, and it doesn't like that, and it doesn't see that as the correct size. I did end up downloading each photo individually as just a JPEG photo and then putting it into my template. Then you have to make it into a PDF to upload it to CreateSpace. Other print-on-demand companies might be different and they might accept Word, but I've only ever used CreateSpace and Ingram Spark, and both of those companies do require PDFs and they don't accept a Word document, just FYI. Like I mentioned, technically Canva will create PDFs for you, but for whatever reason, the sizing does not work on CreateSpace, so I ended up having to use the Adobe Spark program, and I'll flash a little picture of that on the screen for you guys. I needed to use this program when I was doing Evelyn's number. And when I was uploading that on CreateSpace, I ended up purchasing this. I think it's $25 or something like that. I'll put it on the screen here. I'll look it up after the video. But basically, I thought it was a one-time purchase for a month, and then it turns out that they were signing me up for a year's purchase, and there was this massive cancellation fee that just didn't even make it worth canceling, and I ended up keeping it for a year. So it worked out because I have it now when I need it again, and I know that I'll use it again for Pearl's number. But it is a little frustrating. Make sure that you read the fine print because it's very, very fine, and you don't want to get charged an extra like $100 the way that I did. If you do choose to use the Acrobat Pro, awesome. If you know of another tool that's out there that doesn't charge you, or even if Word has a way of making PDFs now that I don't know about, leave a comment below. I would really like to know about that so I don't have to pay for this anymore. But right now, that's what I do. Once you have this program all set up, you have to download it and get it set up. Then you're going to just click Create PDF, put your Word document into it, and it will give you a final product of a beautiful PDF. And now you're ready to use the CreateSpace platform. Find CreateSpace, and you're going to have to obviously start by creating your own personal login information, your username or your email address, and then your password. Once you're logged in to your member dashboard, you're going to click Add New Title. The name of your project is the title of your book, so I will enter The Confident Corgi in here. Next, you'll choose paperback because you're publishing a book, not a CD or a DVD. And then in the setup process, I'm going to go ahead and choose the expert version because I'm comfortable, but you can do a guided version if you so choose. All right, this is your setup page where you have your title information obviously already entered, and you can include a subtitle if you want. I don't have a subtitle, so I'm going to skip that box. Then you'll put in your name as the author, and I'm going to do my first and last name because that's how I do my author name. Under contributors, you'll see authored by, and if you ever have questions, you can always click the little "What's this?" button, and it will give you more information on what you're actually supposed to enter there. Next, you can click the box if your book is going to be in a series. Since The Confident Corgi is not, I'm going to skip that as well. And then, of course, this will be grayed out if you don't click the box, if you don't have a series. You do not have to do an edition number, but if you wanted to, you can. If you've published this book before, you could put second edition. I'm obviously going to click English. I'm speaking English. That's what I write in. And then your publication date, you actually do not fill in. They will fill that in for you when you actually press publish and approve your book on CreateSpace. Next is the ISBN section, and this one you have two options. You can use the CreateSpace assigned ISBN number, or you can choose to enter your own ISBN. The CreateSpace assigned ISBN is wonderful if you're publishing for family and friends because it's free, and that is wonderful for your budget. But using the CreateSpace assigned ISBN does essentially make CreateSpace your publisher. So they have lost a little bit of credibility because they do self-publish so many authors. If you're wanting to have a career as a self-published author in children's books, it will really benefit you to look into creating your own publishing company and purchasing your own ISBN. If you do choose to do that, there is a website called BOWKER, which I will put in the links below. You can use this website to purchase just one ISBN, or you can purchase a bundle depending on what you're going for. If you do choose to enter your own ISBN number, you'll see right below that it says imprint name, and that is them asking for your publishing company's name. The next section is physical properties, and you'll see the interior where you can choose black and white versus color, white paper versus cream. Since we're doing a children's book, I'm going to click full color, and you'll notice that the cream is no longer an option. You can only do white paper. Next is your trim size, and you'll notice that they have some generic sizes here, but you can also choose a different size by clicking this button. They have some popular sizes, some other industry standards, and then if you look at the bottom, there's actually even more sizes. Right underneath your sizes is an option to download a Word template. This is what I was telling you guys about earlier, and it's so helpful because if you pick a size in CreateSpace that you know you want, you can actually go and download a template for that exact size. You can use this template to put all your artwork and your text into the Word document, and then you'll go and you'll create a PDF like we talked about so that you can do the next step in the interior here. You'll just click browse to go ahead and find your exact PDF that you want of your book, and you'll have to decide if you want the pages to end right at the very edge of the page or if you want to have a little extra space, and you can again use the little "what's this" box if you need to understand that better. The next step is to launch the cover creator. This is another reason why I love CreateSpace because they'll actually have some pre-formatted designs for you. However, they can be pretty cheesy. They can kind of give it away that you're self-published and you don't want that. So I like to use these options here. This one on the right is an option where you can use your entire cover completely formatted outside of CreateSpace, front, spine, and back. But then on the left, you'll see that there's an option where you have a front cover separate from a back cover, so you upload two pictures and then you let them help you with the spine. I'm going with this version, so I'm going to upload my front cover first, and then I'll go over and click on the back cover and upload that next. The last step is the spine. With Evelyn's number, I had my cover designer do the whole full cover with the spine all beautiful, but this time I'm doing it myself. All I really know how to do is add a color, especially since the spine is so skinny you can't really put words on it anyway. So I'm going to choose white, add that, and I have a finished cover. All right, there's my cover. It looks beautiful. I can open up the full-size preview on the right if I want to see it larger. And then the next step is your distribution. They want to know if you want a matte cover or a glossy cover. And this is completely your preference, so pick what you prefer in a book. It's totally up to you. Next is your description. You're going to enter your back blurb or synopsis, the bit on the back of your book that tells everybody what the book is all about. And actually, you'll want to actually write the full synopsis. Everything that's on the back of the book, you should put it here. The next section is your book industry standards and communications categories. This is just going to help people figure out what your book is all about, and it's also going to help them categorize it, especially libraries, but also when they're selling it on Amazon. The next few steps are pretty self-explanatory. You need to choose the reading level for your book. You need to enter your author biography, which is simply whatever you included in your book about yourself. And then your book language, of course, whatever language you wrote the book in. You're going to put the country you published the book in. And now the keywords. CreateSpace will let you use up to 5 search keywords, and these are how people find your book on Amazon. So try to choose words that you can picture people actually typing into the search bar, for example, when they're searching for your book. If you have any adult content or large print, you check those boxes. And the next section is where are you actually going to sell your book? So I'm going to choose Amazon.com for sure. You can also choose the Amazon Europe, and you can choose CreateSpace Direct. And if you're eligible, you can also do bookstores and online retailers, as well as libraries and academic institutions. Once you're done with distribution, you come to the pricing section, and I just recommend looking up other books in your same genre to see what they are selling for. And then if it's your debut novel, I recommend going a little bit less than that. You'll notice that CreateSpace does put a minimum listing price for every title that you upload, and this is the price that you would not make any money whatsoever if you chose to sell your book for that amount. But then if you raise your price, CreateSpace will also raise the amount of money that they take as their cut. They're always going to take a percentage. As you can see here, if you raise your listing price, your royalty isn't, the $4 that is the difference between that and the minimum list price. They're always going to take a certain percentage. So I also do say use the 95 or the 99 cents as a rule. This makes it a little more standard to the industry, and then you can just calculate what your royalties will be as you change your list price. You can also go down a little bit lower and use their option to suggest the price for places outside of the US. Once you've completed this section, you'll go ahead and submit your file for review, and you'll have to wait 24 hours. They will usually take the full 24 hours to review your book, just an FYI. And then once you get the option to review your proof 24 hours later, you'll go ahead and download a digital proof. Always make sure to order yourself a physical copy as well. The digital proof is nice, but you can only see so much. And when you can actually see it in person, what the colors look like, how it all really turned out, where it might look funky on the page, you'll get a true idea of what you still need to fix and if it's done yet. One last quick note, do not click approve book proof until you're actually ready to publish on CreateSpace. This will publish your book into the world. So when you click approve the book, you are publishing your book. Good luck! Okay guys, that is how you get your book on CreateSpace. I really hope this was helpful for you. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you don't already know, I am doing a live book release on Instagram tomorrow. Oh my gosh, it is tomorrow. Yes, I'm doing a live book release on Instagram tomorrow, May 29th, for the release of The Confident Corgi. I'm going to be giving you some sneak peeks of this book. Actually, I'm showing you the whole thing. It's going to have a live reading. I'm going to announce the winner of the grand prize giveaway. That was Penny in the corner there. And then we just get to have fun having a live discussion where we actually get to talk in person about what goes into this book, and anything you want to know, really. You can ask me any of your questions and I'm going to be there to answer them on Instagram. All the links are below. Make sure you check those out. Oh, I almost forgot. Also, there's a giveaway still going on. It ends tomorrow. You can read the link below to know how to participate, but it's really easy. All you have to do is share a picture of the Corgi book on your social media. Tell all your friends how excited you are about this book, and then send me a photo of your post to the link below. That's the most important part. That's how you get your name in the drawing, is by letting me know that you posted. Okay guys, that's everything. Tomorrow is the live book release, but release week doesn't end until the 31st, so I've got more good videos coming your way. So make sure to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, ring that bell on whichever side that it is, because that bell is going to let you know when the next video comes out. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!